Well, every child has their own nightmares, right? I also had one, but it's not really terrifying at all. When I was young, I really had a hard time finishing my meals. Dinner, lunch, especially breakfast. Dad always used to tell us that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Which is true though, I admit. But I was young then before, so I really don't care. It's hard to do something that you're really not into, like when you're not in the mood or in the appetite. I was big and healthy before, and then I lost my appetite. That's when I started losing my weight and became too picky. That's why mom always forced me to eat every freaking meal. I remember I used to drink water just to swallow all the rice while pitching my nose so that I can hardly taste it. Another thing I did was to get a little amount of rice and then scatter it all over my plate just to say I just eaten my meal. The last thing I can remember is that I usually return my rice to the rice cooker while mom is not looking. Well, now you can say eating is not really my thing. But that was before. As I grew older, I realized that it's really important to have enough nutrition. Food is our source of energy. Later on, as I grew older, I regained my weight and became more active than ever. That's the power.
I express anger to my friends. Well, for me, being angry makes you ugly. So instead, I usually distract myself in order to overcome such emotion and to avoid misunderstandings or arguments to my friends. Expressing one's emotion is healthy because you can let go of your feelings. Being mad at your friends may lead to a fight, so instead I just do the heart-to-heart talk with them. If it's my fault, of course, I should be the first to say sorry. But if it's theirs, I'm the one who do the less talking. Because I know we'll realize our mistakes and talk about it for our peace of mind. Don't shout when you're angry because it doesn't make you a better person.
Do you want to get rich and famous one day? Why? Large house, a dinner table full of delicious food, be able to drive the best car, wear new clothes every day. Now, who doesn't want to be rich? People know your name everywhere, call you wherever they see you. Everybody wants to be your friend. You get to have so many followers on Twitter and Instagram. Tell me, who doesn't want to be famous? Maybe not everyone, but most people want or dream to be rich and famous. I, personally, wanted to be rich and famous one day. I always dreamed of living a luxurious life. It is not easy, however, to have all of this in just one click. One must work hard if you want to get rich one day. When you're rich, fame now comes second. Now your network widens. When you successfully achieve this too, you can be very proud of yourself, for you achieved this on your own. Little did you know, your parents are very much proud of you because first, you succeeded in your own, and second, you gave pride and honor to your name. But we should always remember to be humble when we already reached the top. Always look back to where you came from. Your past will always be a big part of your life because that will help you to be who you are today and who you will be in the future. Thank you.
Do you want to get rich and famous one day? Why? Rich and famous, that sounds nice. Who doesn't want to get rich and famous? The riches, the cars, the house. You'll have everything everyone's dreaming about. Do you ever wonder how it would be like to be rich and famous? Having the money to buy whatever you want with just a blink of an eye. People screaming for your name. It's a crazy thing to dream about. But we're all crazy for something. Some might say that I should have limitations to who I dream to be. But I'm bigger than my dreams. You're bigger than your dreams. So if anyone ever doubted you, go show them. And never forget to stand up. Remember, life is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. You'll fail a few times, but take that as a lesson. And keep in mind that once you take the path to your dreams, there's no going back.
How do you share your success with others? We have our different ways to show our gratitude or how we are thankful for what we have got. I've never been very successful in my life, to be honest. But if I ever be one, I will share my success by doing charity works, donating money in orphanage, home for the aged, and in church. I will greet my friends in Bali, Indonesia, Paris, Rome, London, and New York, or would rather take a cruise around the world. I will give thanks to all the people that support me and help me to achieve my goals. I will share my strategies and experience for them to be educated.
How do you share success with others? Success is what everybody wants. Because once you are successful, you can do whatever you want to do in life. Success is very hard to achieve, but once you have got it, everything was all worth it in the end. If I became successful in life, I'm going to inspire people by sharing the story of my hard works that I have done through my perseverance. I'll give some inspirational advice that will keep them to do better and be more motivated in fields they are in. I will help those people who lack of courage to be determined to do such things they need to do to achieve success in life. Sharing my success with others can reveal my true humanity. All I want is just to be an inspiration to others. I want them to fight for their success and be happy in life. Let's cheers for the success. To succeed in life, you need two things, ignorance and confidence. By Mark Twain.
Every child doesn't want to eat vegetables. I am one of those. I just eat foods like chicken and spaghetti and other kiddie food. When I was a kid, I don't eat vegetables because they don't taste like chicken and spaghetti and whatsoever but could be. When I see a veggie in my plate, I just left it there, just hung, and don't give an ice for those. But when I grew up, opposite things happens. I always eat vegetables today. Eat vegetables every day because it is full of energy that will make us healthy.
According to David Frost, don't aim for success if you want it. Just do what you love and believe in, and it will come naturally. In life, we don't look for success, but rather it is found by our blinded eye. We never realize how successful we are because we always aim for something higher than what we have. We never get contented until we experience a sudden burden. Success is the accomplishment of one's goal. None of us dream of not being successful. But how do you share success with others? Many of us will always say that if they succeed in life and get the biggest salary in the world, they would first spend it for a charitable work. For me, this is really the first thing that I will do. I think it is the best way to share the blessings that God gave me. I wouldn't be successful without the help of others though. Maybe it's time to give it back to them. Not only to the person that I knew, but also to the people who need my hand. It is the best way to say thank you to God who never leave me and help me through my journey. Another thing that I like to do is to have a talk about how to be successful in life. Napoleon Hill once said, "Think twice before you speak, because your words and influence will plant the seed of either success or failure in the mind of another." I am blessed to be successful and maybe I can be an inspiration to others. Telling them the story that I had experienced and learned will somehow be an inspiration. I believe that words are powerful in the mind of every person. It can be a reason for them to think big. Isn't it a pleasure to be someone's inspiration? I guess it is. To conclude it all, I do share my success by also sharing it to them. I consider sharing as the power to prove things that you are successful. It is not based on the education that you have learned, but it is how you share your blessings.